I'm going to show you the best drill to shallow the golf club and swing in great sequencing. So with about 90% of my students who come to me who want to have a shallower downswing, we can get them results like this by giving them something like this. So let's get straight to this drill, and it is the wall drill. So we need either a wall or a net behind us. Now, if we're doing this against a brick wall, everything I show you, do it with gripping the club like this, with the grip up there so you don't scratch your club. So now we stand away from the wall, normally around a grip's distance. This can change depending on length of arms, how tall you are, how short you are, just being different as a person. Now what we do, we get up to the top, we touch the club up against the wall at the top of the swing. Now essentially all we do, slide the club down the wall. So you can see how that would really ingrain this nice shallowing movement. But we have to do it properly. If we don't do it properly, we're going to ingrain so many bad habits. So let's get to the shallowing portion of this. So as you can see, me just sliding it down, yes, the club shallows. But I'm not doing that via doing this with my arms. I'm actually trying to do nothing with my arms at all. This is where it's going to train the good sequencing, because what I'm doing here, I'm feeling like my arms are doing absolutely nothing. They're really light and loose. What I am feeling like is doing something is my rib cage and down, so my lower body and mid-torso. That turning whilst leaving my hands and arms really nice and loose really just lets that club really fall. So I'm doing this to the extent, now rest in peace my club, it might scratch doing this, where I am just dropping the golf club. Luckily that's a spare club. So you can see there how light I'm holding that golf club, no tension. So that's going to force me to separate lower body and mid-torso as I'm turning down the downswing. Of course, the hands and arms are still going to move. They're going to follow what the body's doing. Chest is also staying passive. You can see the club is sliding down the wall very, very nicely. It's creating the optimal sequence. Now, when we start getting to around just left arm parallel, just a little bit after it, you're going to see how the club is naturally going to start to detach from the wall, because we don't want to continue this club traveling down the wall for longer, because then we're just trail side bending too much. We're not going to get a good golf shot from here, are we? So as soon as we get past left arm parallel, this club naturally detaches from the wall. Why is that? Because now is when the chest starts to catch up with the rest of our body's rotation. So lower body mid-torso is always leading, but the chest has to get to a point where it's following. That happens just past left arm parallel, and that's where we turn through. So it teaches that chest to turn through the impact area after the hips and the lower body. So for guys swinging over the top, this is very beneficial. For guys who have the club on the inside for too long, this is very beneficial, because this will keep that club moving around and exiting left. So nice and loose hands and arms, turning lower body mid-torso, just getting past left arm parallel. Now it's going to detach and go through. So one fluid movement, it's going to look like this. So if I do a bunch of those, let's do one more. And then what I'll do, let's go grab 3 balls. Same feeling with the golf shot. Very, very good. I could do 3, or I could just do 1 and go back again. But let's do another one. Really feel that same feeling. And then hit another ball. And again, I can still feel like I'm at the wall. Sliding it down, turning through. Teaching me that good sequencing, swing the club on good path. Brilliant. And then what I'll do, I wouldn't hit any more than 3 in a row. Straight back again. Here we go. And turning through. So you can imagine if you've got a net, that's brilliant. You can do this all in one good go with the ball and the net. But if you don't, just do that at home. Just rep it out over and over and over again. You can imagine there how doing all of that, it's going to get you shallow in the golf club. It's going to be doing it properly. It's going to be doing it in good sequencing as well. Fix so many birds with one stone, it's ridiculous. That's how we get all these big changes from my students, with how shallow they get and how well they turn through the golf ball with brilliant sequencing. So if you enjoyed this video, of course, click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So if you want to get this good downswing, do this drill.